bottom to river heads. I've got a bloke in Mahia in front here, might be over my anchors. I've just asked him to wait a minute while I pull it up. Well, I've started down the end of the river. It's just a lovely bridge there. And we're coming over here, the boatyard's in front now. And then there's quite a nice caravan park there if you come to Bundaburg. Very close to everything. Nice green grass by the looks of it. And that's just the look up the river. Lionfish safari. Very nice catamaran. He gave me 2 packets of fish. So we consume those at Yellow Patch. It's a Seawind 1200. On our port-hand side here, the Yard of Broken Dreams I call it. This is Lucille. I saw them at Lady Musgrave. I've got 2 cow fans to charge batteries. Midnight Blue from Port Adelaide. It's a Chamberlain 45. I think it's a Columbia. It's an old fella on there, a little bit older than me, but he dragged, so I had to, with my son, move him. This is the dinghy pontoon at Bundaberg Town Reach. Very civilised, there's even got water there. In the centre of the screen there's a pontoon. I was hoping to go alongside that. I've been alongside it before and the people were very friendly, but there's nobody there, but there's a CTV camera looking at their pontoon, so I just didn't want to go alongside there when they're on holiday. The Bundaberg sugar mill. We walked past this the other day to get to the rum distillery, which is just a little bit further on. This is the Bundaberg rum distillery. We went there, had a nice tour, and you can see it's very uncomplicated actually making rum, basically. And anyway, they must make a lot of money out of it. They have very nice buildings and very tidy. A boat called Raven Song here. From Yamba, Australia. It's a nice cruising boat. Obviously, something's gone wrong with this engine. Let's hope I'm going the right side of the buoys. Right here, we're doing 5.3 and 3.8 of water. Sort of typical bit of river here, and some sort of old shed up there. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's like a big barn. There's obviously something here, and jetty for something with concrete on top. The river's widening out a bit now, and you can see the sugar sheds. Coming up to the Bundaberg Sailing Club. There's a few boats out here today. couple of wetters, 3 wetters actually, 4 wetters. First. Well, this is the Bundaberg sugar sheds, and they've got a ship in at the moment called Promise 2 from Hong Kong. Lady Leah's going up the river. And on my port hand side I've got a nice boat coming by. Got a race going on out here. We've got a Nacra and these wetters, they're going really well. This is the Bundaberg Marina, and I want to go alongside that fuel wharf there, so I'm going to have to get my fenders out. I was just hoping they had nice fenders on it and I wouldn't have to bother. There's the Promise. It's getting loaded with sugar now. I'm anchored upstream from the marina. I just pulled the dinghy out. There it is there. Seems to be the easiest way to get it aboard. Gonna lie it in here tonight, and first thing in the morning I'm setting off. There was the boat that they towed down today, and the sun is getting ready to set over there. I think if I was living in Bundaberg, I'd moor my boat down here. It's quite wide here, not very deep. I'm only in about 5 meters of water at a high tide, and it obviously doesn't flood, I don't think, by the looks of the houses. Sunset from the port of Bundaberg in central Queensland. I've got myself down the bottom of the river again. I've gone to the marina and filled up with water and diesel, and hope tomorrow that the wind will be okay and I can go over to Wathumba Creek, which I haven't seen for quite a while. Anyway, for all those people out there kind of isolated and everything else, cheers, and hope you're enjoying the ride. My ride's kind of slowly coming to an end now. The worst part is between Double Island Point and Brisbane. It's dawn at the moment over river heads here. I'm going to start the engine in a minute and get cracking. And that's the sugar sheds and the lights of a ship up in front being loaded. I think about 2 o'clock I saw this thing first start loading, so it's over halfway into its loading now. Looking up the river is where we're going. Sunrise over Gladstone Marina. There's 4 boats I can see are heading out. Down the river, there's 4 boats in front of me now. Looking back at Bundaburg, the Burnett River, you know, when you're coming in from sea, you see a water tower, and you see a white blip on the end of the river there, and that's the lighthouse. It's a good day, sailing well. 8 boats left this morning, including me. Heading south. It's the first day in basically a week. There's another boat leaving now, I can see coming out. I'm sailing along and I'm heeling, and we're just got halfway. There's Bundaberg there, and there's Wathumba Creek over here. I happened to leave on Sunday, so got out of bed about 5 o'clock. Anyway, we were on our way, and I've got over halfway now. And up till now, it's I've been hibernating down below, kind of lying down, listening to Macca. But anyway, I've decided I better come up on deck now, and we're 18 miles basically from our destination of Watumba Creek. The trouble is, I'm going to arrive there just before low tide, so I won't be able to go in. I'm hoping that I'll get some lee there from the island and it'll be quite flat. That's hoping, mind you. Looking at the screen here, don't know what you can see. There we are down there. There's Watumba Creek. We're going a bit higher up actually than I need to. It's just because I haven't been watching for very long, and it's 6.2 we're kind of rocking along at. And just to show you in front what it looks like, I've got the dinghy on at the moment, which is a bit of a pain, but we're cracking along. Looking over there, you might be able to see a bump, and that is Rooney's Point. Four miles off Watumba Creek, and the tide's going out. It's about by the time we get there, it'll be just over half tide, and going down. And I put the engine on, I put it on getting a good move on, and I'd like to have a crack at getting in, so I'm going there as fast as I can now. I'm going to drop the sails so that I'm all ready when I get there to go in. Well, I'm trying to look for an entrance now. I'll have to put the tank camera down and stand on top. Left it a bit late coming in here, but I don't know what's going to happen. We've got to go down this little gutter just here. Luckily there's no waves now. Well, I made it over the bar. It was a bit hairy. I bumped a few times. The channel's kind of snakes around. It's very hard to work it out where it is, and I didn't want to risk going across there. And I'm in 1.7 meters of water here, and I'm happy here for now. I'll go over there when the tide's coming in. And there's where I came through. As you can see, it's dried out probably 300 since I came through. I've only just anchored, but I'm pleased to be here. I'm safely anchored in Wathumba Creek. Not where I want to be, but anyway, I'm safe here. I'd like to be over where those fishing boats are. I'd like to be over there, but when I came in, I had to risk quite a lot to get to where I was, and I didn't really want to carry on across that up that channel there, because it's very shallow, and run aground. I've got a big sandbank here which will basically will just cover, and then I can see where the channel is now. It kind of basically goes out, round, right across, and then it turns again and goes out to sea. But when I came in here, it was pretty hard to work it out where it was. I could see it, but you know, I bumped the bottom quite a few times. So I'm pleased to be in here, really. It's nearly high tide now, and I'm going to go over to my normal spot behind the trees, where it's a bit more sheltered. This was here, it was low tide when I came in, and it was a big risk to carry on over to the trees. You know, if I ran aground, I'd have had to get my legs out and everything, and I didn't want to do that. They came in last night. I bet you they came in at low tide, basically crept in here. Oh, it took them a fair while to get in here, but they're I don't know where they're going now, probably back home or back out to have a fish, but it's not a very nice day. And the boat's called Alchemy. Good name for a fishing boat, that. Anyway, it's fairly rough just here, but had a nice night, and you can't complain. It's far better than being sat outside. Anyway, I'm going to lift the anchor now and head over there to halfway up the trees and see if I can find a bit of water to anchor in. Coming over here to where the fishermen are camping. And I hope up here I'm going to find enough water to keep afloat in. Well, I've got here, and I've just got to be quick because of the rain. This is where we are. There's 2.4 over there, so there's about another metre just over there, but it's a bit close to those trees. So I'm going to hang around here for a bit, and I can take my dinghy ashore there and go for a walk. At the moment it's spitting rain, and there's the fisherman down there. Just going to run the engine for half an hour just to charge the batteries up. I got up at 3 this morning and pulled my boat over a bit towards this bank as the tide was going out, because I was going to end up on a sandbank anyway. I've just got up and I thought I'd be floating in the middle, but I'm not. So the tide swung me round and I'm sitting against the bank. So anyway, I'm going to get off now and undo this rope that goes up into the, ties onto a tree, and let myself go out again. I think I don't know what's going to happen. Well, I woke up with Artemis sitting against the trees this morning, so I'm gonna try. I've just put this rope on and I'm gonna try and pull it back. I should have done something a lot earlier, but I was tired and I'd fallen asleep and didn't hear any rumblings at all. Well, I'm back on board. Mission accomplished. I've got my stern off the beach of Sail Drive safe, anchored at the front. Now it's time to go and have a nice cup of coffee and a couple of bits of toast.